Alright, welcome back to this playthrough of Dark Souls 2. We're getting right into the Iron King DLC here. I like to just rush this Nadalia statue. Or actually no, let's not do that. She casts Outcry, just make sure to stand out of the range of it. Sometimes you get unlucky and it doesn't really work and you still get hit. But you can also try and just rush this. One important thing about Nadalia statues, I think there are 11 or 12. I can never remember which one it is. And if you wedge the witch, right, and you run off doing something, you could potentially forget that they drop a Nadalia soul, and you need all 12 to get Outcry. So that is really important to try your best to remember to just stay there and wait for her to die and get her soul. The Dexterity Ring, I could have technically gotten at any point after I finished the old Iron King and came here. Got a new weapon. This thing, when I try to research whether or not it's worth infusing weapons, it always comes up negative. But this weapon, I have infused it with magic. That was what's doing the most damage for my build, and I think this weapon will do the best damage when you infuse it with magic. But it's doing 430. Now the DLC enemies take a little less, or I mean they take more, but it's because of the counter damage. This thing is a great sword, like a claymore or a bastard sword type weapon, but it has 140 counter damage, which absolutely makes it insane. You can actually trap yourself. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Morning. And these enemies do an absurd amount of damage. I wonder if they have counter damage, you know? Yeah, I knew it was gonna do that, so I wanted the invincibility frames. Really, bro? You held it for that long, huh? You had a grudge for that long. Did the Yearn work on these guys? I'm not sure. I don't actually know. Make sure to smash these. I don't know exactly where all the items are, but there are some items here and there. The items Hida and Vida. The DLCs are quite long. I will use life gems here, but you know, one could use anything. This game does throw a lot of healing items at you. I haven't bought any life gems from Malintia though. Scythe +7, and I did go around that corner, right? Because it was above where it was. Yeah. Not here. It's above. And more Prism Stones. This, I haven't used Prism Stones that much, but Prism Stones can be pretty useful in dark areas, or just like labyrinths, or areas where you're struggling to find the way out. You can potentially make good use out of it. I should have buffed. And I'm buffing with magic as well, because it's infused with magic. What's up? These guys take reduced damage as long as the Nadalia statue is alive. Or as long as she does that, or she buffs them. Is there one more? Yeah, there's one more. I could wedge the witch. It's okay. You get invincibility frames. They can't attack you, and they like stun afterwards as well. So if come on, woman, help me out. There we go. No, I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to. God damn it, Greg. Alright. So yeah. Nadalia right there. That's number 2. Whip. Really? How did you hit me in the middle of my animation? That's what I wanted to do. It's a little quicker. But yeah, 400 damage is very decent for a weapon that weighs, what, 6 units? Same as the Bastard Sword. This thing is technically an upgrade to the Bastard Sword, pretty much. Better counter damage. The Bastard Sword already has above average counter damage. I think the average counter damage is 110. For great swords. I always get a little bit confused because there's a weapon in this game called the Great Sword, or just Great Sword, but it's an ultra great sword, like weapon class. So I always get a little bit confused with that. Is There we go. Oh, these guys suck. They have so much poise, by the way. Just be really careful. They're really difficult to break. Poise break. And they take very little damage, it seems, yeah. Once you break their poise, or for any enemies, once you break the poise, it's a little bit better, but... Because poise is like a meter. Imagine like a poison meter building up. And then eventually you get poisoned. Or you get poise broken. But those guys are the worst. They are in certain areas where it's just really bad. I think I'm gonna hit a bonfire. I shouldn't need to worry too much about it. Estus flasks. Not in this first part anyways. One spawn behind me. He spawns so that he can push you off here. Take your time, gents. I don't know why they take so long. I'm so impatient. I never wait for enemies. Invincibility frames, buddy. Look at that, 531. Because it was a counterattack, though. Let's do some horror here. Boom, boom, boom. That one probably didn't soak me at all. And the weapon is unbuffed as well, right now. That's insane. That's ultra greatsword type of damage. Are you kidding me? 531 from a 6-unit weapon. You can throw a fireball at these guys or something like that, but whatever. Run, run! They try to suicide and explode your buttocks. Here the same thing, but I don't think I can pass them here. You can also use a great weapon. Yeah, stand in the fire. Please, there you go. Just stand in it. Didn't do that much damage. Because I'm all flash sweated up. What? So these enemies stagger a lot easier than the... I did Sholva Sanctum City in the previous episode. And those enemies didn't want to stagger for anything. This guy's standing next to a wooden chest, so I really don't want to break it or have him break it, because I think he also can break it. Here's one really awesome part about the DLC. You get upgraded weapons. That was the Kaistus or Cestus plus 8, which means I only need 3 chunks and 1 slab to upgrade it fully. When I go for this item, what I usually like to do is without hesitation just open the chest. Because I think you're right about it, the invincibility frames when it hits you. Alright, so I can rest. Oh, I got a Dance of Fire. It's a cool looking spell, but I don't think it's very useful. I've never been able to find any good use out of it. I don't think... Well, fireballs could be useful actually. Unless I want to use a bow. Let's switch it. No, it's too much fumbling with spells. Whatever. I'll do it this way. I do have a bow at the very least. Oh, and I got the Scythe plus 7 as well. This is a weapon you find close to Man Scorpion Tark. I think this weapon has a very... It's 5 units, right? So it's comparable to the regular halberd. But I think that its sweet spot is a lot easier to hit than the halberd. That's something you probably want to do as well. The water. This guy needs to go down. Get down. You can punch him with your fist or you can guard break him. If you use a fire weapon or if you have pyromancy flame in your hand, he probably will blow up. This is why I needed the fireball. See, I knew there was a reason. Can I, because I don't have a fireball myself. Maybe an ultra great weapon will work. Let's see. You need to hit this wall with a firebomb. See? Yeah, okay, firebomb, ultra great weapon. Or force. I do have force too, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Force probably would blow the barrels as well. There are barrels on the other side keeping these doors from opening. Hey, buddy. Look at that, the Zweihander 575. You see why the Drakeblood Greatsword is so insane? And that weapon is doing split damage. It's doing magic and lightning. Which everyone considers to be worse than Physical. Now, I don't really have the Ring of Blades or Flints. So it would... this weapon, if it wasn't infused and it was resined up and had Ring of Blades and Flint, would probably do more damage, but hey. That is not the way I like to play it. Fall down. Fall down. I don't know if Yearn works on these guys. These guys, although they're not programmed to do this, they can potentially walk next to the big guys that are spewing fire out of their shoulder, and that will work in your favor. Let's see. Can I Yearn down there? I should have brought a binocular. Can I Yearn on him? There we go. Do that. But I mean, and then I need the bow. Yearn is 19 intelligence. Just do that. How do I fire arrows? Damn it, quick, hurry. So you can kill him. How many did I kill? There's one more. Oh, there they are. It does have a ridiculous damage. Boom. Why doesn't the other react though? Hang on a minute. You can bait them to come towards you. This area is really difficult, by the way. There is the Nadalia statue. As you can see, the enemies are trying to mock you up. Can I lock on? Attack him. This should be enough. Come on, come on. Boom. Now, I don't necessarily have the quickest bow in the world. There's one more. The archer, the thing about the archer is that he uses his arrows to track the Yearn. Okay. Let's use an ultra great weapon. This one's just gonna do just fine. Maybe I can hit the thing, and it will potentially do less damage to me than to him. Hopefully, really hopefully. Where's the archer? He's back there by the statue. Backhanded into next Tuesday right there. Wow, that was perfect timing from him. There we go, they stun. Take the time to heal. This guy does a lot though. And he also hits you with the flame. I don't have any more Yearns. Kill him in one, please. Thank you. Alright. Because you need to time it. Now it's coming out of his... He alternates shoulders, if that makes sense. So now I need to stat. You basically have to follow the fire. Wherever the fire comes from, that's where you ideally want to roll towards. Because then it's going to come from the other side next time. I get out of the wall, bro. Let me use my OP weapon. Hang on. That was my mistake. I didn't see where he came from. Get him. Really? Die. The thing about it is that if he stuns you with the flames, it could be worth having armor against them, so that you have a little bit of poise. Because if he stuns you with the flame, you can roll away as he's charging up his attack. But this area is extremely hard. I usually, well, I always struggle, and sometimes I die here. So now I got the Flame Quartz Ring +3, wicked. You can suicide run for it as well. Possessed armor, isn't that what these guys are called? Maybe the stone ring can be fairly decent against them. The stone rings in general can be decent in the DLCs. See, now here's a problem, because there's gonna be a witch that uses lightning here. So I don't want to flash sweat, because water and lightning do not mix. There's one guy that comes out of the snow, and she likes to teleport. Another reason backstab can be fairly decent is because you're invulnerable for most of it, and you're forced to fight multiple enemies very often in the DLC. Which means you can't really dodge them all. That lingers. I have to wait. You're gonna move? These women take a very reduced damage from magic. They're called something sorcerers, aren't they? I don't remember exactly. You can get their armor and a dagger, which is where you can find out what their name is. Say their name. What? Inside that fog wall is the bonfire. I'm not gonna get it, but you might if you're afraid of dying. But I'd like to live dangerously. Okay, 3v1 was a little bit excessive game. Yup. There's the bull charging up. Hit me. Brap, 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 brap. What you gonna do now, hero? You don't have your friends to back you up. Douchebag. So, open up all of these. There she is. But there are enemies that come out of the wall. I think that was the last one. Imagine if they came out as you're picking up this item, though. That would be something. Try to throw you off the cliff right before the bonfire. Okay. Let's head in there. Health, I mean, I currently have the third dragon ring, and I also have the life ring +2. In this DLC you get the +3. I'm gonna put that on. But I just think health is so important because it increases the amount of mistakes that you can make, so to speak. It gives you more lives, if you can believe that. But yeah, I like having health. This DLC can be pretty fun to co-op as well. You sometimes find signs here and stuff because it's so long that people get a little bit frustrated. That's why I have spells that help me in that regard. Things like repair, cast light, flash wood, for like things that are just gonna last me for a long time. You can also use healing spells. Warmth works really well if you have the patience for it. I'm playing through the games not by myself basically, so I can't really afford the time that warms take to heal me. But yeah, that's something. Let's put away a few weapons so I don't have to risk it for, or like be slower in the menus. Pairing is not really gonna be, I'm not good at pairing the enemies in the DLC. They have very delayed attacks and I don't want to bother learning. It's too much. Alright, so I think, okay, so what was it when I said that? Well, yeah, when I was in Brightstone Cove, Seldora, and I fought the Prowling Magus, there are some urns that you don't want to roll into because the Prowling Magus, one of the enemies in that boss room, uses lightning against you. Here, you have a little bit of a dilemma, right? Because you have a lightning enemy, those sorceresses that I spoke about, but you have these things that shoot fire at you. So you kind of have to choose between whether you want to be wet and take less damage from the fire. Wow, you got lucky there, buddy. Your friend didn't, though. Or, not here, right? Try fire, that's not the right place, bro. Or whether you want to take more damage from the lightning from the sorceress. I usually don't flash sweat because I'm way more afraid of them than I am of the fire. I can pull this. The sorceresses are worse than the little horseman statues. Get back into it. Thank you. These things do a lot of damage, though. No joke. Here's where you want to try the fire. Yeah. What? They're quite easy to backstab. They have a long recovery animation. This door I can also open. But yeah, because that's why. Because I need one of the barrel guys. Hey you. No, don't. Why are you trying to hit me, bro? Okay, I didn't like that guy. He wasn't very nice to me. Can you help me out then? Well, I'm gonna need a fire weapon. I usually use fireball. Move it. I don't think these guys get affected by urn. And right here you find one of the best rewards in the game. I have 7, so this is gonna give me 8, which is what? 15? Yeah, 15 dragon, but it's exactly enough to upgrade a weapon to +5, a boss weapon to +5. Would you guys go down the corridor? Is that something you guys can do? So I can actually, you know what? The Desert Sorceresses don't even care. They don't take that much damage from fire or from elemental damage. Here there are 2, unfortunately. Yeah. Really, I missed. Ah, you ran out of your position. Why would you do that? You had the advantage. I'm not gonna backstab. It doesn't one bomb. Yeah, they can do that. They try to backstab you. Don't lock onto the. Oh. Are you done? No, she wasn't. I mean, I kept locking onto the wrong enemy. I like to snap lock onto enemies as I'm fighting them, but that didn't work out very well when these guys were in the way. It locks onto people so far away, you know, it's ridiculous. Boom. Here is another location where you actually want it to explode. So I need these guys to come over here. And they should be taken out by the fire, although you know how lucky the enemies get. Move it. Ow. That way. Go on. Don't make me hit you, buddy. I know, listen, it's okay. You're not gonna, nothing's gonna happen to you. It's a little funny, like these guys are like carrying barrels around. That's the wrong way. Listen, don't kill yourself. I need you to die in the proper way. There you go. You can also move the horse statue if you want to. By hitting it. So now I will use Flash Sweat because the last enemy that's left is a big bully. And I know about that. Go. You can use the audio as well. If you've gotten used to how long they spray for by listening to it, you can use the audio because then you sort of make a timer in your head, if that makes sense. Where the hell did the fire come from last time? There we go. Right shoulder now. Go to the right. Left shoulder. I'm just gonna back away because he can follow that up. Right shoulder. Left shoulder. Yo. But when he does that, when he like turns around, of course both of his shoulders are like right next to each other, so it like defeats the purpose, doesn't it? Get him! Ah. These guys are a pain. They can drop their weapon. It's I think it's a 70 strength weapon. The highest in the game. Because the Giant Warrior Club is what, 24? You can also open this thing. And force him in there. But he tends to just walk over those barrels rather than hit them, because if he hits them, they go kaboom, and it does a stupid amount of damage to him. It's funny how that guy is so susceptible to fire damage. You can do some serious damage to him with the barrel guys, much more than you can do to yourself, which I guess is like the point, right? Because it's a trap or whatever. But he's in a fire DLC. No one else pretty much takes that much fire damage, so. But the biggest guy does. Let's go here. I broke those vases because, well, you can guess why. There's more fire ahead. What did you think? Huh? That's my question. Let's put on this. I might as well repair the thing. Cast light and skadoosh. These enemies can also like light these things. They have an attack where they implode or explode or one of the two or both. It's pretty bad. That one. But they can cancel it if you get too far away too quickly. Get over here, light the place up. Can you implode or explode or both? There we go. That should set fire to the thing. But that's, I mentioned it before, sconces in this game are kind of irrelevant because you never really need to go back through an area to see what you've already lit up. You know what I mean? The gutter is okay to use because you can, if you die, you can use it as like a, I guess if you die, it's worth it. But who the hell wants to die in a Souls game? Can I use just the pyromancy glove, you reckon? Rah! That's cool. Fire in this game is pretty fun in that sense that you can be really creative with how you use it. So you get invaded here. Actually, I made a mistake. I should have been down there before she spawned, because she buffs and that gives you a free backstab, relatively free. Or maybe she doesn't buff until I get to her. We'll see. Where are you? Buff. Do it. You wanna let her do it though. Okay, she's not gonna. I could parry this enemy. He does or she has a lot of damage. I think it's a she. She moves in the way that Rachel. Listen, her name's Rachel. Okay, don't worry too much about it. You can also light these things and just like do this, and she will kill herself. Which is not very clever. Are you kidding me? What's going on with the lock on, bro? Rah. Look at all the health this enemy has. She's like old knight armor is what she's wearing. Yeah, whatever. 50 poise, and you're like, whatever. I don't give a damn. I almost said darn. I'm messing. This is the way to go, if I'm not mistaken. The first one, I guess, on the left. We have blow up, kill your friend. One room is the same, you'll see what I mean. Come on, blow up or something. Rah. Kaboom, boom. Split up. This room. It's the same from each side. No, I'm about to get trapped. Damn it, Greg! I did open the door, didn't I? Oh yeah? Actually, let me just get out of here. Wait, I can trap them in there. Because this room is a dead end, right? you dumb enemies. Except for you. Oh, you're clever. Wow, you canceled that, bro? Stay in there. Stay. So I guess from the left to the right, the first room is the way to go. The next two rooms are like, they don't have any items, but they are the same room, if that makes sense. Desert Sorcerers right there. Or like, what? I don't know what their name is. Please kill her with this. Yeah. Recollection. That spell doesn't do that much damage. There are a few spells in the DLCs that look really cool, but unfortunately they're either really hard to hit, or they don't do enough damage for the stat investment, or both. I mean, it's pretty obvious that this weapon is better than the Zweihander, even though it's half the weight, because of the counter damage. And again, it's what I'm saying. I am in the DLC where magic is severely reduced, you know? And, like magic damage. And I'm using a weapon that already has split damage on it. I don't know, I find infusions to be the best way to go, generally speaking. These guys, I don't believe... Yeah, let's use Flash Sweat. I'm gonna pick up the... Actually, here's what you can do, right? I don't think they aggro if you come over here, do they? We'll test that. They do. They just lose their mind. And now I'm trapped in here, okay. Let me hurry up for the elevator then. Pull it! Pull it, damn it! And then I'm gonna approach them so that I, like... This gives me a way out, basically. Blow up, please. Please blow up. Thank you. Can I make it back out? There we go. 2 of them exploded. So that's my way out if I get cornered. I don't know how much more cornered I can be. So no, you can't. I was thinking of activating the elevator and then coming in here, but probably the best thing to do is quickly pick up the sword and run back out of the room if you're fast enough. Maybe two-hand your left hand as well. I should have hit him another time. He would have died. How much health do you have? I don't need to fight you, buddy. If you're quick enough, you can exit the room and bottleneck them in the previous door. There we go. I could technically just use a feather, right? There's no more items. Maybe there's one. I've forgotten. On top of some cases or something. Let's see. What do you say? Illusion. Fine work. No, I thought there was an item here. There isn't. So let's just return to the bonfire. And that's gonna be all for the first episode. And the next one, well, I'm gonna put down the key sword thing to activate the foyers. These let's see. Can you see them? These old knights elevators. Once you activate the thing, you can get on top of one or two. And then that becomes a location you can't really access ever again. Or at least it's very difficult to access. You need to jump from different places and stuff. So basically, if I jump on top of this old knight as it is rising, I don't remember exactly which one it is, but you kind of have to figure it out. Because some of them are elevators and they're supposed to be mounted eventually. Why can I can't move my camera. Maybe this guy? I have no idea. That guy, for example, is an elevator, but this guy isn't. So yeah, it's... I don't know why. That's not very important, but yeah, it exists. That room, I need a key, so I can't do that just yet. But yeah, this DLC is quite long and intricate. Thanks for watching, though. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.